Listen, he's a quality player, you know, and I think a goal-scoring midfielder, tenacious midfielder, he's got an awful lot of character about him, there's no doubt, steps up in the big moments and has done, you know, whether it's on international front or at league level. You know that he's got the ability to be amongst the elite in that midfield area. It's hard to come by, isn't it, when you start to look for midfielders that can come in and fill the role of Rodri. Because, as I said, I think he's one of the best, even though he did have that injury. I mean, Fernandez, you'd probably say he's the next one in line, isn't he? You know, for what he contributes.
Yeah. I mean, they've already spent 116 million on Elliot Anderson to go to the centre midfield. Yeah. And you're going to have to fork out another 120 million to... what is it this summer with people rebuilding their midfield? I mean, it just seems to be a thing in the Premier League. Have City got the money? Is 60 million going to get them close enough? That's half of the Enzo Fernandez fee paid off, I suppose. What do you reckon? Do you see him in the light, going the sort of navy blue to the light blue?
Yeah, well, as I said, I think the Rodri move will definitely happen. Again, I think that, if anything, I think he's the one that they are certainly looking at to bring into the club. So I think there's always a dominoes effect, isn't there? That one goes, you know, that the one that they're looking at, and it will be Enzo, that I think we'll end up seeing at Manchester City. A lot of money, I must admit. For two centre midfielders, you're spending an absolute fortune. It better work.
Dan, this is fascinating, isn't it? I mean, does this actually happen behind the scenes more than we realise with players? And can you see the move taking place in 8 hours' time?
No, I don't think top clubs operate in this way. I really think it's just a tongue-in-cheek comment. If anything, today there will be a cheeky bid, and it's probably the fee that Chelsea paid. Just to keep those talks alive, really. I don't see that happening today. That's 100% certain. There's too much money involved, too many things that has to happen in a short space of time. Can I see it happening? Yes, I can. I think there's a lot depending on, obviously, Rodri leaving the club. Reinders looks like he's on his way out of Manchester City. Obviously, the Rodri deal is hanging in the balance. Barcelona are going to come back with a third bid. I believe that will happen. Manchester City are just trying to get the most for what is a special player in Rodri. And once that happens, then the domino effect, and Enzo then might be coming back to the table. So yeah, that deadline today is a tongue-in-cheek for me.
For me as a Chelsea fan, it's the best transfer news I've had so far this window. I think he's a good player, but if he can get 120 mil for him, I'd buy City's hand off. I think we can reinvest that. We've got some good midfielders there already.
Yeah, but you've got to spend 90 million to get a player like him. Minimum.
Yeah, but if you look at what we already have, and we signed Rodgers, he can fill that
Rodgers
gap.
can't play centre midfield.
He's not his preferred position, but he could. We signed Valentino. I think he's a good player. We got Hugo coming back. I just think all the baggage that comes with Enzo. You know.
Do you know what would help? Idri, do you know what would really help? If Lavia could keep himself fit, and you have Lavia and Caicedo's kind of the anchor, and then that allows the likes of Rodgers or Palmer, whoever you want as a 10, then I guess you could allow Enzo to leave for that 120 million. But the problem you've got is that Lavia, for whatever reason, I feel for him, he's only 22, he can't stay fit.
Yeah, I get that, but he just played his first 90 minutes in pre-season. I think it's a big season for him. It's a big season ahead. I'm quite optimistic, and I'm just not a fan of Enzo with all that baggage that he brings, and I think him and Xabi will clash, personally. So if we can get 120 million for him, be my guest, mate. I'll drop him off at Etihad.
Okay, all right. Listen, I appreciate your call. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if someone will pay 120 million for him.
If Enzo Maresca wants him, then he will, won't he?
He spent 100 million on Anderson.
Maybe. The only way I could see Man City really pushing that button is if Rodri goes to Barca.
Yeah.
And then it's almost like, well, okay, let's go. Come on, bang, get it done.
Yeah, okay.
I think if you're talking about a footballer, strictly on the pitch here, and you use words like, oh, he's snide, he's snarling, he's aggressive. These are good words to use about a footballer. I want players to be like that. I think Chelsea have been a little bit too nice over recent years. And I think having somebody that is a little bit more on the front foot is a good thing. Enzo Fernandez, we've seen it. Like when he scored that goal against Paris Saint-Germain, he's running off towards their ultras, showing them the Club World Cup badge. Whenever we play Manchester United, he's got Mason Mount round the throat. Like he understands what Mason Mount's relationship with Chelsea fans is, and he leans into that. There are qualities to Enzo Fernandez, no doubt. But I 100% want him out of the club and 100% take the money.
Okay, Sean?
I totally agree. I do like him as a footballer, but his heart's not in it. And from the minute he started to tout himself around in terms of I want to play for Madrid, you know what? Guess what? Go. The player I want to see fit is Lavia. Now, when I don't think you remember between towards the end of December 2024, we almost went to the top of the league. And the reason why that is because Lavia was playing superbly. The one thing wrong with Lavia, when he injures an eyelash, he's out for about 6 months. So we need to keep him fit. And if we can keep him fit, when he was playing, we kept Fernandez wasn't even playing because they played Casado at right back, and he was the main man running the show. And when we went to Spurs and we turned them over, right, he was the main reason. Then he got injured. Then Maresca turned around and said, well, I don't think we can win the league. We then drew 0-0 with Everton. That's right. Right, we then lost to Fulham.
Everything went
we then lost to Fulham.
Ipswich, didn't we get beat?
Yeah, we got beaten by Ipswich. Oh dear, was that a cheer? Was that a cheer there?
Oh, Harry Al's found the buttons, have you?
Yeah.
Woken up with you, Al.
Yeah, so I'll take the money, but I would, if we can keep Lavia fit, have a decent run, just like how we managed to keep Reece James fit for a decent portion of the season. Yeah. And you know, if we can keep Lavia fit, I think he could be the key. That one of the reasons why he signed is because I think one of the members of the Chelsea hierarchy realised what a good player he was.
I know when he's fit, but keeping him fit is one thing.
Yeah.
Staying fit's another. He played his first ever 90 minutes for Chelsea this pre-season against AC Milan.
Good.
I'm pretty sure he was.
Good.
So who knows?